You are listening to the Audio Missile Podcast.
So what's in the news this week, Cordell?
Well. The news this week, a lot of crazy stuff going on as usual. You know, I'm probably going to say that every opening of every episode. But, you know, this is in Richmond, Oakland.
Okay.
You ever been to Oaktown?
Yes.
You've been there?
Driven
You've been to
by.
Oakland?
Driven by. For like a beer at a bar.
Yeah, well, you know, the Richmond police got a call on Saturday night, and the police go out to the beach. They said, hey, Antifa is having a meeting out at the beach. No, wait, listen. And they said they're all in black, a whole bunch of them out there in buses, and, you know, literally like, you know, a group of people in black, and they're doing stuff. And so the police, you know, go out there, and the place is called Point Malate Beach. And they get out there, and it's not Antifa. It's this weird cult. And they're wearing these weird black uniforms.
Cowboys with yellow?
So what would what would they assume they're Antifa? This is the first thing.
Right, because the all black
It was
outfits.
a conservative neighborhood.
It's actually private property out there where it's a Chevron distillery, oil distillery.
Okay.
No. The thing is, this is what the police said. When they got out there, one of the strangest things they found was a 4-foot vagina.
Whoa, 4 foot, like rubber or concrete?
No, a giant vagina altar. And
There's a difference. You can't fuck a concrete one.
And they were playing these pre-recorded tracks, this music of like activism, and so there was a little bit of an anarchist environmental element in it. And the police said there was other occult items, but the craziest thing was that giant vagina altar. So they told them to get back in their bus. They
were straight. They were all men worshiping a vagina.
Well, they didn't know. No, they said it was a mixed crowd. Now listen,
lesbians too.
And they had a fancy party bus. They told them get back in your party bus and go. This cult that they couldn't figure out who they were. But guess what? People said they came back later. They didn't care. So as soon as the police left, they came back and they're out there doing their little ritual with the vagina. And so,
and no one called the cops a second time.
Well, you know, I looked up as much information as I could, and no one could find out the name of that little cult, who they are. And they said they're wearing these uniforms, with these weird black uniforms. They had a giant vagina altar. They came in a bus.
They came?
They came. Somebody came.
On the altar.
Oh, no.
Now, I'll tell you, a lot of crazy stuff's been going on, you know, with religion and sexuality, like in New Orleans, Louisiana. This just happened last week, too. Imagine you're walking by your local church late at night and the lights are on in the neighborhood there. So somebody went up to investigate thinking, hey, what's going on? They looked in the window there and they saw the local priest naked with 2 dominatrix. And they had a camera and whips.
You know what? Part of the thrill of that priest was the thrill of getting caught. That's why he had all the lights on. Because you would at least have curtains or something.
You know what? Right? Wait. And you know what's funny? Because I wasn't going to even take it there. I wasn't going to tell you.
No, that's part of the thrill.
But you're right. I wasn't even thinking like that. But he would have had the window shut and like keep it down.
But you don't know if maybe they were filming a music video or a short film. You guys laugh. Listen.
It's called God Likes Getting Spanked.
No. Listen. You guys are laughing. Let me tell you a true story. About maybe 14 years ago, a friend of mine, he was writing a short film, and he needed a church for the scene, for his short film. So he went to the church, wrote a letter, and spoke about his short film, and he was talking about how it's, promoting Catholics, and the idea of being a Catholic, whatever. Well, the church lent him the church, and when he shot his film, it was all about a pedophile, a priest who was a pedophile. Yeah, so. It was
got mad at him, what?
When the church finally found out what the short film was really about, they were mad.
Oh, I bet.
But in the meantime, when the church gave him the go-ahead, it's like he had the church, he could shoot whatever he wanted. So you could just imagine, the kind of scenes.
Well, I'll tell you where this story takes another twist. So,
that's crazy.
When they went in there, they found crazy sex toys on the altar and everything. And so because of that,
that was probably my friend.
No, I'll tell you.
I wonder if he's doing part 2.
Right. Well, I'm thinking getting Getting dildoed with an unblessed dildo.
Oh, maybe he went to the porno side. Maybe my friend
all the
went
sex
to.
toys.
Right. So let me tell you what happened. They checked out the social media of those girls and the two dominatrix that he hired, and they had posted the day before.
OnlyFans?
No,
OnlyFans.com.
no, that's a different episode.
What did they post?
So what happened is they said, we're going down to New Orleans to defile a house of God.
Oh, wow.
They were excited to go do it. You know, normally I guess an escort's not going to post about her escapade. So because they did that, here's what happened. We're going to take it to the next level. It's called the penitential rite. No, listen. No, that ain't sexual. This is different. You heard the word penitence? When you got to make penitence?
Yeah.
For doing something bad.
Yeah, when you're a Catholic, I didn't know all that.
Here's how it works. When sacred places are violated, they have to be exorcised. But you know, like an exorcism?
Like Satan.
Yeah. So dude, it was so bad that the Archbishop of the Archdiocese of New Orleans had to perform the ritual himself.
Wow.
The biggest Catholic dude in New Orleans had to go down there to perform this exorcism on the whole thing so that they could use the church again. Because the word had gotten out that no one wanted to go to that church.
That church needs to be closed. You can't use that church no more. Every time people are in there, that's all they're going to think about.
Now, let me tell you about the dude. His name was Clark, and he was ordained in 2013, and they suspended him from the ministry the very next day. They wanted to get rid of this dude, you know, and it's wild because the two dominatrix, one is older, like in her late 40s, and one is young, like 21. So it's like the mother-daughter combo.
Yeah,
it's like some
what
no, I'm just telling you, dude,
his fantasy was like
it's a late night
FYI,
mom-daughter fantasy. Yeah, some kind of
FYI, in New York, I used to go to this
and he wanted to
club.
get caught.
I used to go to this club in New York that was a church before for many years.
Oh, wow.
And then I don't know how they went out of business, but it became a nightclub. And
sure.
It was a very popular nightclub called the Limelight.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I would have made it into a strip club called The Church. DA, like The Church.
And then after that, after many years of being a nightclub, it became like a mall. But it was originally a church.
Okay.
And then a nightclub.
They went out of business, huh? They must have had a non-charismatic pastor.
And there was a lot of stories, of, during the
Right, yeah.
nightclub days.
There's always stories. Well, let me tell you about another going on. We'll take it to Carolinas. To
North and
What's
South.
going on?
well, that's East Carolina University. East Carolina.
East Carolina North is north,
Even though it's okay.
even though it's East
So, folks,
Carolina.
wait.
North Carolina.
So, folks, we got a clarification. Even though it's Eastern, it's in Northern. Well, it's Alpha Delta Pi Sorority House.
Oh, I don't want to be part of that.
Now, wait. You send your girls there, and you think they're safe at this college up there, and guess what? You got somebody on the door who wrote satanic messages in his own blood.
What?
Fuck.
For what?
And this dude.
Was that initiation?
Did he make a pact with Satan to
Is
get
that-
some pussy? or
No,
what?
no, wait, no,
What's
wait, no,
going
wait.
on?
They got quite a scare. His name is
that.
25-year-old
I can't do
Patrick
that shit.
Cantor. And he had a machete, and he was cutting on himself to get the blood.
Yeah.
And then he
no,
wrote
no.
on the door some kind of Satan, woo, woo, woo stuff. Scared the girls. Somebody went and reported it. They had to tackle him and take him away. You know, it's getting crazy out
So red Sharpies are
there. Not enough. Yeah, right.
not
That's
available
not
in
enough.
that city.
No, what it is? What the student store was closed. So
Damn, no red Sharpies. Quick, hand me a machete. Problem solved.
So, sometimes religion can take a twist because some of this stuff is based off religion.
Yeah.
It's based off the juxtaposition between good and bad, and, black and white, light
Bad.
versus darkness.
Yeah.
But
Light
notice
versus dark.
notice how evil people use religion, to
justify-
their crimes.
Oh, yeah.
That's always been the case because religion loves power and they always want to be next to power. You know what I mean? Whether it's good or
Sometimes
bad.
they help each other hand in hand.
That's right. That's why we want
There's a lot of corrupted religious people too.
separation of church and state.
That's the
I know
best.
that's one of Feli's biggest.
We need to have a separation of religion because when somebody believes that they're doing God's work, there's no arguing with that person. You can't change his mind. He's doing God's work.
God wills it.
Yeah,
God
so
wills it.
you can't have lunatics like that in government. It's supposed to be a neutral space.
Good. Well, thanks for coming out, Cesar.
Thank you for inviting me.
You folks.
It's always a pleasure.
Leave some comments below. any of your stories. If you had any crazy stories, let us know.
Yeah, make sure you subscribe and hit that like button.